I am Ehud, the one Israelites mock as weak, but God used me as his weapon to deliver them.
The king's chambers were silent, too silent. A trembling, weak man, ignored by everyone, stood inches from the most powerful tyrant in the land. His left hand moved slowly, deliberately, toward a hidden dagger no one thought he carried. And in that single breath, that single heartbeat, history shifted, because the man they underestimated was about to kill a king. But before this shocking moment, Ehud wasn't a hero. He was just a quiet, left-handed man from a suffering nation, living under the crushing weight of King Eglon's oppression. Israel had lost hope, and no one imagined deliverance would come through someone like him, someone overlooked, someone judged as weak. Ehud felt the pain of his people every single day. He watched mothers cry. He heard fathers whisper prayers in the dark. He saw children grow up under fear instead of freedom. And he wondered, Lord, why me? Why am I left-handed? Why am I so ordinary? The enemy mocked them. The king demanded tribute, gifts that broke Israel's back and crushed their dignity. Every time Ehud carried that payment to Eglon's palace, he felt the weight of shame. He hated the gold. He hated the silence. He hated watching his people bow to a man who worshipped himself. But the hardest part was the feeling that God had gone quiet. Night after night, Ehud prayed prayers that seemed to hit the ceiling and fall back down. He had no army, no training, no rank, nothing. Just a strange left hand, a hand people mocked, a hand even he didn't understand. Still, something grew in him, a burden, a quiet fire, a whisper that wouldn't leave. You will deliver Israel. It made no sense. How could God use someone like him? Fear gripped him. Doubt wrestled him. The thought of confronting the king felt like death itself. But then, he broke. He whispered,
Lord, if you want to use me, then use all of me, even the parts that don't make sense.
And God did. Slowly, quietly, like a seed growing underground. The left hand people mocked became the very thing God would use. Ehud crafted a double-edged dagger, short, sharp, silent, perfect for a left-handed man. Then came the day everything changed. Palace guards searched him, but only on the right side, where every warrior kept a weapon. They never touched his left. God hid him in plain sight. Ehud stood before King Eglon, massive, arrogant, untouchable. And then Ehud said the words that froze the room.
I have a secret message from God for you.
The king leaned in, closer, closer, and in one divine heartbeat, Ehud drew the dagger with his left hand, swift, silent, unstoppable. The impossible happened. The king fell. Ehud escaped through a hidden passage, guided by God's hand. Israel rose. They fought. They won. All because God used what the world called a weakness. Here's the truth, a truth for anyone watching this. God doesn't need you to be perfect. He just needs you to be willing. Your weakness is not a mistake. Your difference is not a burden. Your limitations are not a curse. In God's hands, they become weapons. They become testimonies. They become deliverance. If God used Ehud, quiet, overlooked, left-handed Ehud, he can use you too. But Ehud's story is nothing compared to what happened next in Israel's history. There is one Bible moment even more shocking, one that still shakes believers today. And that's the story I'll share next.